Hey guys, this is Sir Robert, and I'm going to show you a couple attacks from our current war, which is still going on. We've got plenty of attacks left, um, and we should get small war, only 10 on 10, very small war. A lot of guys are just starting school, so they're not ready to get into wars again, but we should get 29 stars on this particular base for sure. Um, First, I'm going to look at an attack on 3 by Cube, Bully Barta. Um, so decent base, not super difficult, but a decent base, and he's going to dragloon this base. The air sweeper here, so I always like to attack from behind the air sweeper if possible, and then on this particular base I would use lightning spell to take out one of these two. There's less defenses on this side here to use the loons, so I would recommend taking out this particular air defense. And use a Barb King as a decoy to have these guys attack, because it take a lot of time for these for either balloons or hogs to take these out, and use your Barb King as a decoy and send them on in. I think in this particular case, Cube uses hogs, which is great, and we're going to watch this attack. So you see he sends the Barb King in here. These defenses here are now attacking the Barb King. He now drops his loons. The loons are going to, or hogs, they're going to come in. They're not going to get touched because these guys are now attacking the Barb King. See the hogs are ripping through there easily. Here's the hogs there. And you can see already this base is gun will speed up. Great job, Cube. Great job on that one. Now we're going to watch an attack that I just did, actually, which is a failure. So I want to show you some failures, too, and why they failed. This is a pretty maxed out base, so this is a tough base for it. I only have dragons. Sorry, guys. I don't have other great troops. I have level 3 hogs. This is not the best base for me to hog. How to say it couldn't be hogged. Whoop, that's the wrong base. That base would have been a good base to hog. But this is not the best base to hog. Not to say it couldn't be hogs, but it's not the best for me with level 3 hogs. So I was going to just try to see what I can do with my dragloon. My plan was very simple. My plan was drop my Barb King here so I can tank and take some of these defenses taking on the Barb King, and so my loons can come in, keep them alive. And then basically send my loons in from here to take on an air defense, which I misjudged because the closest defense here is here or here, not that air defense. So let's watch my attack and watch my mistakes. Although the plan that I had set out was a good, solid plan, and believe it or not, I didn't think I'd be able to 3-star this base, but I probably would have 3-starred this base had I deployed my troops properly. But let's watch what I did and watch the mistakes that I made. I always like taking out the defenses behind me, so I started taking out this one here, and I'm starting in this corner here because the reason why I started this corner is I want to take out that wizard tower. I want to take this out because I don't want this shooting on my dragons across. Get that out early, and then I just have to deal with these 3 back defenses, which would have got me 3 stars. But let's watch how this played out. All right. So you see my mistake here. Mistake number 1 is this dragon is already taking fire from these defenses. I dropped my Barb King too late. So this guy's going to get taken out eventually. So I would have, if I dropped my Barb King 2 seconds earlier, then that wouldn't have happened. So that's my mistake number 1. I have a nice funnel going, otherwise everything's looking good. I lost my 1 dragon as a result of my mistake on the Barb King. And now we're going to... Right there is mistake number 2. So this air defense has not locked on yet. When I drop them, I figure by the time my balloons get into range, this air defense is going to lock on. Well, I misjudged. So I also misjudged thinking that these balloons were going to go here first. They're not. They're going towards the cannon. But that plays out okay, and you'll see why. And that's why, because this Tesla popped there. So the Tesla saved me in that sense, and they're bringing the balloons there. But the problem is the air defense has not locked onto my dragons, and they're going to lock onto my balloons in about a second. So as you can see, guys, that was my mistake. If I had released my balloons about just a few seconds later, about 3 seconds later, 4 seconds later, by the time my balloons got there, this was locked onto my dragons. I would have taken that air defense down and have about 6 dragons left, and I probably would 3-star this base. Everything back here is completely wiped out. You just have to move forward across the base, and believe it or not, this maxed base would have been 3-starred. But that extra anticipation there of dropping my dragons a little sooner, that cost me 2 stars. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.